the most incredible stamping tool invented. It's called the MISTI for short, and it's an invaluable tool for card making, scrapbooking, and all of your paper crafts. Now, we have the original MISTI, and we also have the mini MISTI. So I've got both of them here. First of all, I want to show you the boxes real quick, and I'll talk a little bit more about them. But on the back of the box, which is what I want to show you, there are instructions for how to use it, what the different pieces are for. Really simple to understand, very simple to use. The mini MISTI, same thing, it's just a little smaller. It still has those instructions on the back. But let's show you in detail here. So here are the two sizes. The original MISTI has an 8.5 inch by 6.5 inch stamping bed. So the area in between these lined ruled edges, this is the stamping area. But we also have the mini MISTI, which has a 6 inch, it's just 6 inches wide here, by 4 3/4 inch stamping bed. So this is just going to be perfect, convenient size for tossing in your portable craft bag or for working on small pieces quickly. Has all of the same elements as the regular MISTI, the original MISTI. So I'm just going to show you how to use the regular MISTI, and we'll set the mini MISTI aside for now. It does the same things, it just does it on a smaller scale. So both MISTIs have, like I said, similar features. You'll use them the same way. Each has this great hinged lid, nice sturdy acrylic hinges, and it's a pretty thick platform here. It's got this nice foam back so that it's not going to move around for you. It'll sit in place. It has this this grid paper that comes with it. It also has, that's for perfect alignment. No more misaligned stamping, and really that's the beauty of the tool. You also get two magnets. Now I put a little bit of washi tape on these magnets, sort of keeps them from snapping together too hard. They do snap together. If it happens here, you're going to hear a click and they come together. You just have to slide them apart. But I want to keep them from chipping, so that's why I put the washi tape on them. Nice ruled background, but I'm going to move away that grid paper for the moment because that can be used, like I said, if you want to line something up. It's got several sheets there, so you can use those and toss them and use them again, use others. And then you've got this nice foam pad here. This is for when you want to do clear acrylic stamping. And then you have, here's that hard plastic background. So that grid is embedded in there. That doesn't go away. It's got those nice ruled lines, and it's ready to just start stamping. Got a piece of paper. I'm going to set that down in there. I like to put it down in the corner because then I know how to place it every time I want to use it. If I want to stamp right here, I can just take this one, and I've removed the foam pad because I'm using a cling rubber. They're kind of thicker cling rubber stamp. I just place that wherever I want it, and that's the nice part about this. Before you ink it up, you can place it. The lid will pick it up just like that. So now this is ready to start inking. So I get my ink and I can apply it directly to that stamp. So that's my first thing that I love about this, is that you already know where that stamp is going to be on your paper now. All you have to do is ink it up and start stamping. And then we just press in place and make sure it's pressed all over and lift, and it has stamped. Now here's another wonderful thing about this, the MISTI stamping tool. If I feel like I missed a spot, I can ink it again, and I know that when I stamp it, it's going to go exactly in the same place. So now I can get a little bit darker image, and it's that easy. Here's another thing I can do. If I want to make several of these cards, what if I'm making invitations and I want that same thing on every invitation? Then I can ink it up again, and I already know exactly where I want that placed, and now I can make mass-produced invitations. I could do another one. It's that quick, and I really love that about it. So while it does cling stamps perfectly well, another thing that it does is clear acrylic stamps. So we're going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to put this foam piece back in here. And at this point you could use one of the pieces of paper, the lined paper, if you like, to line things up. But I'm just going to use what I have here, because another great way of using this is creating quick backgrounds. And let me show you how we do that. So here are the clear stamps. So I've got my foam in place because I'm using clear stamps. And I'm just going to start grabbing some flowers. Maybe I want one there. Maybe I want one there, a few little ones. And I can make a background and just figure out exactly where I want everything placed. And I can do it really quickly, however I want. Maybe one more right about there. We'll see. And I can move those around, figure out where I want them, close it up, pick them all up at once. Isn't that wonderful? And now I can ink them all at the same time, or, oops, I messed that one up. That's all right. I didn't stick that one down far enough. I've actually never had it do that. I've been using the MISTI for quite a while now. And here we go. Press that in place. And now you have a beautiful background. And like I said, if you want to, if I feel that I need that to be a little darker, I can just ink those again. So creating quick backgrounds nicely and done. And so that's another great thing about the MISTI. Several stamps at once for a quick background. Now these are also perfect for matching stamps and die cuts. So these die cuts that you see, these beautiful butterflies on here, it's a matching stamp and die cut set. And sometimes it can be really hard to align that. You've got your stamp ready, it's all inked up, and it's really hard to line up on the die cut. The MISTI solves all of your problems in that way. And I've done this many times. It's really a great technique. Now, let me show you. Here's a stamp set where we have matching cutting dies. So here are the cutting dies for these beautiful flap stamp designs. And I want to get that stamped on the edge there just perfectly. First, I cut this piece out. So now I've got my die cut piece all ready. I put it on my MISTI, get it ready to go. I think I'll move it away from the edge. I'm going to use my magnets to keep it placed. I love those magnets. They keep it in place so nicely. And then I've picked out the matching stamp. And now instead of inking this up and trying to match it perfectly, I can take my time, set it on here, and really get it lined up just exactly where I want it to be. I need to move these other stamps out of the way. I can do that pretty quick. This cleans really easy with just a baby wipe or just a little bit of soapy water and a paper towel, no problem. So now I've got that picked up, and now you know that when I stamp this, it's going to be perfectly lined up on that die cut edge. That is so much easier than trying to align those die cuts, oh my gosh, by hand. Absolutely beautiful, super easy to do. So you're with those matching die cut sets, so you don't have to do the fussy cutting, and then those matching stamps, really perfect. Another great way of using the MISTI is with layered stamps. So sometimes it can be difficult to align these layer stamps. You're getting 3 different stamps, 1, 2, 3, to do that layering. So here's a sample of what it could look like. But here is an example of a layering set. 1, 2, 3 stamps. 1, 2, 3. And each time you do that, you have to take the time to line up those steps. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. But it's really simple to do because you do the first one, you place your stamp on there, you stamp it, do the next one, do the next one. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Really simple to do. I've got the stamp, I've got a piece of paper, so let me get my paper on there. I'm going to line it up at the edge because it's just really simple to do that. I'm going to do my first stamp, and with layering stamps, we start with a light color. So I've got a nice light pink. And like I said, you know, it's kind of involved when you do three layers. Once you get to that 3rd layer, you really don't want mistakes, because you've spent this amount of time. I'm going to ink that up again because I want a little bit more ink on there, and because I know that's right in the right place. I don't have to worry. I can just stamp it again. There, it's a better look. You know that you're taking time to do these 3 layers. You want it to be right. So now I'm going to line this up, and I get to take my time finding just the right spot for that. And I can look at the edges. I can see them perfectly. There's no ink on there yet, so I can actually set it on there. Then again, pick it up, do my second layer of stamping. Since we got the MISTI here at Paper Wishes, I only use the MISTI when I'm doing layered stamping because it's that much easier. There's your third or second layer, and then your final layer is just, you set it in place, you turn it, you go ahead and stamp it. And like I said, 1, 2, 3, very simple to do. So no more guesswork. Use the MISTI and you've got the original MISTI or the mini MISTI. You're going to get perfect stamping every time. And something else to take a look at. Check out MISTI Creative Corners. These are perfect add-on tools for the MISTI that can take your creativity to a new level with tools that, I mean, I don't even want to be without these tools anymore.